Oh. What are you doing?
Not doing anything.
No?
I don't know what to do with all this stuff right now. So I still need to use it today. You here?
Wait.
Always. Literally always. You ready? Hey guys, what's up? It's Paige.
And Jared.
It's Jared. We're here. The video that I'm sure you guys have long awaited for.
I don't know if anybody's
I know.
really awaited
We
it.
only told you about it 2 days ago, even if you have been waiting. But it's our life update video.
It's time.
And get ready, because this isn't like life update, and I totally kind of did do this on social media a little bit, mostly so that people could understand the importance of having a vision board. This isn't a highlight reel thing of like, look at everything we did this year. This is life update of like, here's where we're at, right in the middle.
Yeah.
Of I don't even know what.
Right. And stay tuned, because this isn't going to be an 87-minute long video explaining every detail of our life. We're going to fly through it as fast as possible, but just to get some stuff off our chest and to fill people in who keep asking us what's going on.
Yeah.
Or people we just haven't talked to in a minute
Yeah.
and are wondering.
So step 1 is the fact that we've been home since the end of October.
We came home.
That's 2 whole months.
2 months.
Dang.
Really quick.
That flew.
Flew by.
Some stuff has happened.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Good stuff.
Crazy stuff.
Bad stuff.
Unexpected stuff. Not really a lot of bad
Not really
stuff.
bad stuff, but just unexpected stuff.
Yeah. Most of the bad stuff has been kind of like self-inflicted mentally, I think.
For sure. Absolutely.
Expectations versus reality is the biggest thing I'm kind of starting to learn here.
I think there's 2 things that we can categorize what we've experienced so far. The one word is transition. Right?
Yeah.
I'm going to see if I can make this magically appear. Transition.
It's going to be funny when you can't.
Yeah, right. Doubting my skills. And number 2 is expectation versus reality.
Yeah, and I think with the transition piece is somewhere in my mind, and this kind of goes into expectations versus reality. Somewhere in my mind, I kind of thought I was going to go from one super exciting, successful life that like reached its max and it was great. And then I was going to like kind of chill for just like, not chill, but like settle for like a couple months. And then that next super exciting, successful life was just going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
But looking back, I'm like, no, wait, I had to build that.
Right. And that's been our reality, is we had months to sit there and dream up exactly how this was going to go when we get home. We thought of everything. We thought we were going to come home and it was just going to be a breeze. And people kept telling us, Paige kept saying, this transition is going to be really, really hard. And she was like, nah, we got this. No, well, it's really hard.
And by that, what we mean by that is just some quick rundowns of some of the hards. Jeremy always says I give too many examples. If you guys think I give too many examples, put it down there so that I know and I'm going to stop doing it. But this isn't an example thing. This is just me telling you some of the things that have been hard.
Yeah.
My health. I've always been like super in charge of my health, right? And I've been great. But what you don't kind of equate for in that equation is like the variable of everything outside of you. You can't control everything. So no matter how well you're eating, how much you're exercising, how balanced you create your days, like you then can still get slapped with some health things. Like what started as that like itchy red eyebrow kind of became this whole thing
that we're still trying to figure out.
dealing with. And what I mean by that is we've had to go to dermatologists, allergists, ophthalmologist, which is not an optometrist. Look it up; it's something different.
And yesterday, you just had a doctor's appointment yesterday.
Yeah,
a rheumatologist.
Had to get some blood work done. Basically, there's some stuff going on with me, and I don't know what it is.
And we can't figure it out.
Maybe you guys.
But off of that, something really cool that Paige is in the process of doing, which a lot of you know, but some of you might not, is she's in the process of going back to school online right now.
To be a health coach.
To be a health coach.
Yeah. What's kind of cool about that is that from just how long have I been in school? 2 months.
2 months,
I've been home.
Right.
Just from the information I've gotten from that schooling and what I hope to be able to like pass on to other people is the empowerment to be able to go into these doctor's appointments and not just sit there passively like, what's wrong with me? And then when they say like, oh, just take this antibiotic or we'll just give you this cream, I don't allow it to just be I'll treat whatever symptom here I can.
Correct.
I ask the questions and I know, I'm aware enough about my body now to ask the right questions and empowered enough with knowledge to say like, hey, what about the blood work? What about the fact that this eyebrow thing, this is where it got cool, was because my eyebrow thing could have just been treated as an eyebrow thing. But I also noticed within my body some other stuff, like when I'm going to sleep at night, my breathing is really high in my chest. A couple times throughout the day, my vision's starting to get blurry and I can't figure that out. My hands and feet are like free, just like certain little things that when I went to the dermatologist, I didn't just say, fix my eyebrow. I knew my total health, my whole body as a whole, because it's one thing, guys. I'm going on a soapbox here, but I was able to present that information to the doctors, and this is what's kind of getting to the bottom of it, to where had I let them just slap the cream on it, think about it, that eyebrow would probably be taken care of, but who knows what would be going on inside my body.
Absolutely.
And it's going to come out. Like, it has to.
Remember when I said this wasn't going to be an 87-minute long
all right,
video?
Moving on. What have you been up to?
What have I been up to?
What's your big focus? Mine's been school.
Yours has been school. I started a photography business.
Yeah, you did.
And a videography business, but mostly photography since I've been home. I thought it was going to be very much videography, but I'm doing more photography than anything else, which I'm really okay with because I found out that I actually love photography.
Surrender it.
And I'm learning so much every day and just loving doing that.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see where that goes.
If you got engaged, hit him up.
Oh, it's engagement season.
And he has a 50% off special for...
I do, for the holidays, for the new year. So
Mm-hmm.
let us know if you need those engagement photos, all you lovebirds that decided to use the holidays to get engaged.
Yeah.
But so that's been really, really cool. And then we've both been getting plugged back into the church,
Yeah.
plugged back into our worship.
I'm just going to go back into some of the hard, weird stuff, is...
That's what you all want to see anyway. You want the dirty.
I have realized that one of it's like a strength to my fatal flaw is productivity. I have learned that, I can say like, these are my values, but then like, what am I actually operating with? We kind of had this conversation last night. I think that productivity is kind of like my idol. To the point where it kind of sometimes pulls me away from experiences. It sometimes pulls me away from presence. It pulls me away from people. So that's something I'm going to be navigating this year. If you guys have any helpful tips with that, let me know.
Yeah.
But just not going into each day, waking up at 6 a.m. and like hitting the ground running with everything as a productivity checklist to get through. And what's kind of sad about that is it's not just that the productive things are what I'm focused on, but even when I'm in the other stuff that should be the stuff that I love to do. And it's funny because whenever I'm stressed out about stuff, Jeremy's like, I don't get it. This is all stuff you want to be doing. Why are you like stressed that you're doing it? It's because I somehow turn it into a to-do list productivity thing.
Sure.
Like, oh, spending time with somebody, that's stressful because it's a productivity thing. Or when in reality, it's like, just chill. I know that it's that easy, but in my brain, it's a challenge.
And I think the biggest challenge that I have faced and we have faced since
Yeah.
being home is let's be real. Let's be authentic. That's what we say we're going to do.
Uh-oh.
We told ourselves that we did not need to make an income until March 1st. We were very smart with our finances for a while now so that we could
Had
do
a
that.
whole intentional plan.
We had a
for like
whole intentional plan
a year
of
plus.
a year plus, and we don't need to make a penny until March 1st. So let's go home. Let's not worry about that. Let's not even think about money, and let's just dive into whatever we want to.
Yeah, let's listen. Let's be open.
That was the expectation. Here's the reality. As of probably November 1st, so 10 days after we got home, I was already like, what are we going to do for money?
Yep.
We just keep spending money, but we're not making money, and blah, blah, blah. And like, I'm going to be real. We've made some money since being home.
Yeah.
So it's not been, we've done better than what our plan was, but at the same time, you can't stop thinking about the deadline coming up. So I don't know if we messed up by giving ourselves a deadline and we didn't just come home and say like, it's hard. It's that balance of planning and trying to be proactive,
But not limiting yourself.
yourself. And so that's been really, really hard to navigate.
Or it's just the idea, and I mean, this is just because this is something I'm learning about in school, with like the circle of life, and finances is one of those pieces. Maybe it is that we've learned that you know, it's hard because then again, it's like, is that discerning? Are we like being slaves then to money?
Correct.
Or is it healthy to know, say we set ourselves the standard of like, we want to get something, you know, for money that will at least cover our like bills, like mortgage and whatever.
That's just responsibility.
But then maybe those free hours wouldn't be spent so like,
correct.
You know, mind consumed if we're like, cool, each of us are doing something for 4 hours a day.
Right.
Maybe we should do that.
Maybe that's the answer.
If
you have any tips on how to navigate this, please let us know. We've had some great conversations about it with people, but like, it is hard. And like, we obviously didn't live in this fantasy land knowing that we were just going to come home in the perfect job, we were going to fall into our lap, and we weren't going to have to do anything, blah, blah, blah. But it has been harder than we thought it was going to be. So let us know if you understand it all what we're talking about.
Or if you have any part-time job ideas that either of us would be good at.
And I think that kind of transitions into our biggest thing since we've been home. And the dreaded question that everybody asks and everybody wants to know is,
so what's
next? What are you going to do? And I hate that question because I don't know the answer, and sometimes answering that makes me feel like a little bit of a pressure that I don't need,
or like you owe them an answer.
Exactly. And guess what? Now I've gotten to the point where I'm even asking myself that question, and it's just
you take it on almost.
Yeah, and so that's really annoying and really obnoxious. Not that I'm saying anybody's obnoxious, but the pressure that comes along with that, and wanting to be able to explore this and just follow, you know, what we feel called to figure out what's next. It's hard. It's hard.
And it's not just like sitting here waiting for the call. It is, you know, coming up with purpose-driven decisions.
Correct.
And trying to have faith that in those purpose-driven decisions, God will use them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
But it's hard to keep faith when it feels like everybody around us is always kind of questioning it.
Right. With that, because this video is getting way too long, I'm going to tell you the one thing we do know about what is next. And that is, you guys, this channel in 2020.
I made fireworks.
Do you want me to try and put that in the video?
I'm adding more.
Asking a lot.
Okay, so we did
Paige
some...
and Jared 2020, we've already started.
That mess you guys saw over there is because literally this place has been a workshop since the day after Christmas, planning out 2020 and the next decade, really. Because think about it, we literally had a whole different life, and the last couple months we've just kind of been integrating here.
Correct.
So that was the mess. But what are we definitely? Those promises we're making you guys.
Here we go. If you head over to the YouTube channel, which you should already be there because you're watching, we're doing a little bit of a revamp, a little bit of a redesign. We're getting a little more clean cut. We've got a better banner up top. We got a new profile picture for the winter season. You know, we're just getting a little bit more. It's redesigned. It's brand new, Paige and Jared. But what has been a problem is, since we've been home, we have posted practically nothing. And so we want to get rid of that. We want to get back on this because we love doing this. We love building this community. So keep an eye out. Our plan right now is at least one video per week.
Pinky promise.
Pinky promise. One video per week. We're going to shoot for every Wednesday releasing a new video. So that's pretty cool.
Even if we're like in the midst of the craziest week of our lives, I'm making this promise right now with you here. Like, even if it's like literally we do not have time, we will.
I'm just going to film her not having time, and that'll be our video.
We'll film something. We'll come at you saying like, guys, here's all of our struggles this week. We're super busy. I don't know. We'll come with you with something.
So that's number one. That's the big one.
Oh, and at least half of those a month are going to be musical.
Musical, of course. That's our thing. That's our passion. So we are going to be putting more music and stuff out.
Yeah.
But with that being said, Music Monday from 2019 is officially no more. It's officially dead. Because we're going to shoot for Wednesdays, and it's not always going to be music. We want to really make this channel about sharing life with you guys.
Yeah.
So we're definitely going to focus on music, but there's going to be a lot more that we just want to share with you guys, and hopefully you'll get involved and share back with us.
And when it comes to the life stuff, full disclosure, I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys have kind of recognized this by now, but I feel like, and Jeremy, I have not discussed this with you, but I feel like
we're going off script.
We've kind of teetered the line, and maybe it's because life has felt that way, or I don't know, teetered the line between like, is this a faith-based channel or not?
Sure.
And like, I just feel this, what is it when it's not congruent? Discongruency? don't know, I might be making up words, between what is in my soul and where like I want to go and who I want to be and who I am and what I put into the world. So like hard call it is. I can't openly talk about my life and what I'm going through and how I'm doing it without sharing with you how I'm doing it.
Correct. I'm
like,
all about this.
It's Jesus. So
I'm not adding anymore. That's just
okay.
So that will be a big topic.
Because that's something that
channel.
we personally are going to be diving deeply into. Because I'll say this again, authentically, we were like locked in for the last few months on the ship, and I've never felt more freedom and purpose and drive and trust in my entire life. Hence why we literally left 2 incredible full-time paying jobs, singing and dancing, working like not at all. Well, you know.
I mean, it was hard work.
It was hard.
We trained our entire life.
For sure, but in regards to like
The
how much we've been working
workload.
since being home,
Correct.
just on our own stuff,
Right.
we were locked in. And since coming home, I think to an extent in terms of like spiritually, I mean, we have maintained like our service and, you know, staying connected, but in terms of like true spirituality, I feel like we both probably have gotten a little distracted in terms of, because like life comes at you, which touche, right? But like I'm ready and I'm calling my shot now that like 2020, I can't continue the way we have the last 2 months.
For sure. I'm in.
Him looking at me makes me want to cry like that. You're like staring into my soul. But I can't do it. We can't do it.
No.
And we're doing it. I'm fixing my focus on Jesus.
That's it.
And it's gonna...
So that's it, guys. So this turned into like a 20-minute video.
It did.
So it always does. But hopefully you stuck with us and you want to be part of this. Because 2020, huge things coming. First off, we are going to start 2020 with a little bit of a familiar thing for you guys. We've got basically a Music Monday, but it's not going to be on Monday, coming your way. It's almost ready, and it's a great one. It's a really good, I think it's very good with what you just said. It's very much like...
For sure.
It's very much like who we are.
Yeah.
So that's coming soon, so keep an eye for that.
Super quick rundowns of some things. We're currently working on a project. We're starting with one church, one of our good friends. It's going to be called Adventure Awaits. More details coming soon.
Oh, yeah, that's
but
going to be
that
awesome.
is going to be a worship / testimony / it's going to be geared for middle schoolers at first, but it could be something that's opened up. We're going to see where God takes it is what we're going to do. You know, schooling, I actually, as of February, will be able to start taking health coaching clients. What? That's exciting for me. Jeremy's going to be doing these weddings, taking these pictures.
Senior photos, all kinds of stuff coming up.
That's coming up in the spring.
Yeah.
That's good. That's kind of the first...
Wait. This is really exciting. We are in the process of writing original music, and we've collaborated with 2 of our very good friends. And
Yeah.
we've already got 2 original songs in the works with
That are like...
plenty more to come. They're very close to
Yeah.
being done. Maybe we'll finish one this month, and you might be the first people to see it.
Again, calling the shot, 12-month, that'd be cool. Like a very acoustic, stripped version of it. And like the only people who will ever see it is on this channel. I'm calling my shot again. 12 original songs this year. An album. Hey.
Wow, cool. But that's it, guys. A lot of crazy come in, but like we said, this is authentic. This is us doing life together. So 2020 is real. It's American. It's ours.
Okay.
Shout out to you, American country
You know
folks.
who you are.
2011 Kings Island.
And we promise you
the good, the bad, the ugly.
some messy desks,
Some
lot
messy
of
life.
coffee drinking, some messy life. That's real. But some all-out intentional life.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's it.
All right. Sorry for the 20-minute video.
But we're not.
Bye.